With the new season comes new changes, both good and bad. Let's talk about it. This is going to be a longer video, so grab a cup of coffee and let's get into it. First off, the expedition. It's not great, and we all know that. And after 2 expeditions, I only participated in one since I am tired of losing all my blueprints like the rest of you. But I think that all the other rewards should stay and are good, but believe that allowing 2 blueprints per expedition wouldn't break the game and would be more of an incentive to do the expeditions. But then after completing your departure, restarting your benches should stay the same, and I know that some of you would disagree, but hear me out. It's because it adds motive and a goal for the player and almost guarantees Embark that you're planning on continuing to play the game. And I also enjoyed the challenges of restarting the benches, so I have a goal and know what I'm doing next. But also with the expeditions, it's way too short between them. During this past expedition, I didn't want to grind or focus on it and just wanted to have fun running around and collecting supplies or doing quests. So I believe that the expedition should be expanded to 1 departure every 4 months instead of 2 months. That way, it would allow the player to not only complete the expedition, but also do other things in the game like quests or just goofing around. With the topic of time constraints, let's now talk about the trials. Not only has it been reworked, and we'll talk about that in a minute, but the trials are too short. If you want to keep progressing through the ranks, it requires you to log in almost every day to not only do the trial, but also keeps you looking back at the position you're in each day to make sure that you're going to be promoted or at least not demoted. So I propose that the trial should be changed to lasting a week and a half or 10 days. I believe this time constraint would be fair in that the trials would start on Mondays and end on Wednesdays, and then we'll have 4 days off to collect supplies or do quests or anything else. So that way, people can still play during the weekend and then some during the week if they didn't have time during the weekend to log on for the trials. Next, the new challenges with the trials. Now that we've seen and have an idea of what the trials will entail, it is going to be a lot more challenging than I thought. I agree with the change so that it allows people who may not be able to play 24/7 to do any of the trials at any time, rather than a designated event time. But with that, it really depends on your individual leaderboards with how sweaty people are going to be. So it might be easier or harder depending upon your goal of what rank you want to achieve by the end of the season. But it still does require some knowledge to know what trials would be best for regular maps versus event maps. For example, I have not tested this out yet, but Close Scrutiny might be the best map for looting arc enemies. Reason being is that the larger the arc enemy, the more points you gain per loot. So you only get points if you loot items, so not just interacting with the arc piece. So you need to put at least 1 item in your inventory, and then you can keep it or drop it from there. But it must touch your inventory for you to get points. And also, looting 1 piece of a surveyor or a large arc doesn't mean you get the full points of that arc. You need to loot every individual piece in order to get the max points of that arc. So that this is an example of what I mean by how sweaty the trials could possibly get, and people may have vastly different points per trial events or leaderboards depending on if you're solo, in a team, sweaty, or casual. Also, not everyone plays in a team, which helps with giving you a higher score with trials, which is another problem. I personally play with friends in a full team, but there are a decent number of players who play solo. So the trial system is also rigged for people who play solo or in a duo, since a team of 3 will easily outrank the latter. This problem would need a little more brainstorming, and I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions in the comments, but I personally do not have an idea of how Embark could fix this, unless if they made the trial points per person, regardless if you're in a team or not. But that really doesn't sound like a great solution to me personally. But I really do love this game and only want it to grow and learn from its mistakes or missteps. and just show progression and improvements. And with that, I'll conclude the video. I hope this helps and sheds a light on some things, and also to throw my opinion out on some of the matters and offer some solutions. But I'm also curious about how you would solve these problems. Be sure to let me know down in the comments below. And I just wanted to point out that we are almost at 200 subscribers, and it would be awesome if we could get to that milestone. I am so thrilled that you are all enjoying my content, and be sure to let me know what other videos you'd like to see, and I can make it happen. But until next time, I'll see you topside.